Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you all had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Mine was pretty relaxing and nice. Um, Here it is, Tuesday morning, and I am going to Taos right now. But you know what's so weird is I left for Taos an hour ago, and I'm still in Eagle Nest. Am I avoiding something? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I'm now leaving Eagle Nest. It's about 10:30 now. I had gone to Rockies to get a coffee for my road trip, and I can't have any of those nice burritos or anything, but I did get in case I got hungry, just a hot dog. Okay, well, that was rude of me. Sorry. So, what happened while I was there? Well, first of all, I realized when I got to Rockies on the way there that I had opened my windows a crack and turned on the fan so in case it warmed up, the cats would stay cool. The max air fan, I do that every day. But what I forgot was I forgot to turn my furnace off. I've done this a few times. So my poor furnace runs all the time when it's cooler, like it was this morning. It will just constantly run. So I had to go back and turn that off. And then I went into Rockies and I ran across a couple of people, well, three people actually. My hostess from the hillside. And then as I was getting ready to leave and head to Taos, not 5 minutes later, I was still on time. I saw this, I want to say, poor old man. He was crippled, he had a cane, he'd walk a few steps and have to stop. Um, he probably was not much older than me, maybe into his 70s. I don't know, but he was my generation. But he was really having trouble walking. I didn't know whether it was from alcohol at 9:30 in the morning or something else. But the way he kept stopping, I was thinking it was something else. Anyway, of course, I had to turn my van off and go out and help him. And the only reason I kind of reluctant to do this is I did this last year about the same time, closer to October. I helped some guy that was having trouble walking, some old man, and I ended up with COVID. Uh, but this guy at least was not sick. And he said he had Parkinson's. His name is Charlie. I love Charlies. I have a brother, Charlie. Charlie, the name Charlie runs in our family. Uncle Charlie, just, yeah. So I helped him into the store, and he bought a big, huge bottle of wine. I helped him buy that and some milk bone biscuits for his dog. And so, time's ticking. And then, of course, I had to talk to him because he was lonely. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get to Taos. And then, I don't think he was drunk because I didn't smell the alcohol, but he was going to be by the end of the day. And man, I can relate to that. So I'm not in judgment here, believe me. I used to love my wine. I don't drink it anymore, but I did love it at one time. But no judgments here. I know life is rough. And speaking of life is rough, I ran into Jane. She was there, and that's where I saw her when I first got to town, was at Rocky's gas station. We hugged, and then I didn't get to see her the rest of this whole rest of the summer. And there she was at Rocky's, and she looked good. I mean, she didn't look good, but she had lost a lot of weight. Probably not in a good way, But she looked low. But I don't think she's given up her drinking ways or anything. So yeah, it's none of my business. She's just such a sweet person. She can be quite raw too. So I think Jane at one time used to be a stripper. She told me. I got the biggest kick out of that because she looks so put together and everything. Like she's never done anything wrong. But anyway, she wanted my phone number because, she wasn't sure. She had a new phone, so she went ahead and sent a text to me. She wants to get together, and I said, "How was your vacation?" And she says, "That wasn't the only one. This is like my third vacation." I go, I've heard." And she goes, "I'll tell you all about. We'll get together, and I'll tell you about all my vacations." And I go, "Okay." So she did mention that she gets back to town, and people don't know what to say to her, how to handle her because she has mental health problems. I said, "Well, I've had mental health problems my whole life. I know where you're coming from. Um, it doesn't bother me." And it's not an issue with me. I know how rough life can be because I've been through a lot of the stuff that other people are going through. So it was nice to see her. She had lost a lot of weight, which made her look good, but I can tell her head is still in the wrong place. Um, or maybe she's just craving things still. But anyway, no job. I guess she doesn't have a job anymore. She's a very smart, intelligent woman, and I think somebody told me she just hit 40. So I'm hoping she can get it together. But it'll be nice to sit and talk with her. We're not real good friends or anything, but we did hang out quite a bit last year with a group of people, and I got to know her pretty good. But yeah, she's having, I guess, problems with finding people to talk to, and I'm like, well, I'm here if you need me. I said, I've been through issues myself, so yeah. But I was the one that called it a vacation, and she's like, "Yeah, this is like my third vacation." And I'm going, "Yeah, I know." And for those of you that weren't watching my earlier videos a month or so ago, um, Jane, which isn't her real name, um, committed suicide. Apparently, this is like the third time since this winter. I wasn't here for the first two, but I was actually on hand for this one right across the street when it was going on. And her significant other had left her during the winter, is what I heard. And I mean, she's just having a hard time mentally handling it. So they ended up bringing her back. Some of the lady at the senior center used to do EMS and brought her back. Then they ended up, there's no medical here out in the middle of nowhere, but there's some people around that are trained. So they brought her back, and then a guy ran up. He had I can't say the word, sorry, defibrillator. And they brought her, they kept her going until the guy with the defibrillator showed up, and then an ambulance. I'm taking it that the ambulances, it's not showing green, but it's not red either. I think we can go. Just to go. Hold on. I think the town of Angel Nest and Eagle Fire each have an ambulance that they keep there. They're probably volunteers, and then they can drive them to Taos or something like that, is what I'm thinking. Oh, I see that guy's still there. Okay. Sorry. I'm in that construction area to get over the mountain. And I got a late start, so I'm stuck in it. But yeah, so I think that's why the ambulance got there within like 15 or 20 minutes. It's probably coming. People were wherever they were, they had to run back. And volunteers. And then that's what I'm thinking. I think this ambulance was from Angel Fire. Anyway, and they took her away. So that's for you that didn't know what, you all that didn't know what was going on. So yeah, it will be nice to see her again, maybe talk to her a little bit. I can't really help anybody, but if I can support her in any way, that's fine. Anyway, so yeah, I'm an hour behind schedule now. And I was sitting there this morning going, why are you even on a schedule, Cindy? You can go whenever you want. Well, one thing, I wanted to avoid this. That didn't work out. And yeah. So I said, you can take all the time in the world. I used to rush back to go to lunch at the senior center and all that. And I don't do that anymore. So I'm kind of getting used to days without. I'm going to have to take this jacket off. It's warming up quick. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this without messing everything up. It's nice outside, but, it's nice and cool outside. But sitting here in the sun is another story. Okay, I feel better. Put this in here. Whoops, the microphone did a flip. Well, that's the best I can do there. So I just got to get some Zyrtec D. I've got something going on in my head, and regular Zyrtec won't work. So I'm getting a sinus headache thing going on here. Cats need a few things. I want to pick up some of that Just Egg I was talking about, plant-based eggs. And I have a list. Come on, please, 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 please. It flashes red, then it stops. It has no color on the lights at all. But there is a pickup truck there, I think, that is monitoring it. Okay, this is boring. Sorry. This is why I have a schedule and like to get up early. This construction that's going on. I'm going to let you go for now. I'll be back in a little bit, maybe, possibly. Okay, that was a weird shopping trip. I went to Sid's, the health food store. Picked up a couple things because I was in town anyway. Where's my medicine? Did all this and almost forgot to get my medicine, which is what I came to town for. Anyway, went to Sid's. Picked up a couple things that I was going to order them online, but the shipping was like $7. I will show this to you in the next video, what I picked up at the store. But then I went to Smith's, picked up what I needed there. This is all, I wanted Just Eggs. Well, they had them there, but they're a little bit more expensive. And I said, I'll just get them at Walmart because I have to get the cats some food. So I skipped them. So I went from Smith's to Walmart. And I get to Walmart, and yeah, they had the Just Egg for like 50 cents less. I wanted to get 2 of them because I'm coming back for a while. They had it for like 50 cents less, but their Best Buy date was July 25th, which is when I bought them the last time and had to stop buying them because they had expired then too. So that's all they had, July 25th, Best Buy date, and it was still up on the shelf. Amazing. Anyway, so then I said, well, I'll just have to, maybe Albertsons, which I skipped over to get to Walmart. I didn't see any sense in going there. I'll just go to Albertsons, which was back the other way I came from. But then I forgot, and I went to the gas station to go to the bathroom and see if I could find anything I could munch on the road that fit into my lifestyle here, and I couldn't. So then I realized, oh, I forgot to get my Just Eggs. Let me go to Albertsons. So I drove up to Albertsons, and they didn't have them. So I got back in and drove all the way back over to Smith's and picked them up. Meanwhile, I forgot to get water when I left home. So it was so busy. I guess people were on their lunch hour or something. The grocery stores were swamped at this point. But I needed water. I have coffee, but I need water. And I didn't fill my jug I keep in the car before I left. So I bought this. There you go. Vegan water. Did you know vegans have their own water? Yeah. Anyway, it's all I could find that didn't have. It's just mind-boggling going into the section where there's sodas and waters and teas. It's insane. It truly is insane. Hold on a minute. So I was trying to find something, plain old water in a small bottle, so I could have it on my way home. Turn over here so people can get past me. I drive too slow, especially when I'm talking to you guys. So I came up with this vegan water, which has no sugar in it. I don't do well with sweeteners either, artificial sweeteners. It has no artificial sweeteners and no sugars, and it's just water with a hint of watermelon. It's really good. Anyway, so then finally I got my Just Egg, and then I had to go to the bathroom again, but I couldn't get in the bathroom at Smith's, and I hate to wait for this guy to... It's been a long day. I had to wait for him to open it for me so I could go to the bathroom. I don't know what it is about Taos, but they lock their bathrooms from their customers. I guess maybe people are going in there and stealing things and stuff. I don't know. But, so, yes. And I'll show you tomorrow what I got. I'll just show you tomorrow some of the things I picked up. I am headed back home. And I have to believe I've actually gotten used to this drive, though it just suck up a lot of gas in this old van. Oh my gosh, that's what gets me about it more than anything. But I'm going to let you go for now. I hope you all are doing well, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.